Hello, children. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, English Made Easy, with Mrs. Rachna Chakravarti. Today, I've taken from your course book, chapter number 3.3, Stephen Hawking. So, just keep your textbooks ready. And those who have not yet subscribed to my channel can quickly subscribe and do let me know how did you like the chapter and what are the things would you like to know more in detail from the chapter. So let us start with the chapter. First, to go with, we should know a little bit in short about Stephen Hawking, who he was. Stephen Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, a British scientist, professor and author, physicist and cosmologist. So this is in short about him, his designation and post. He has much more to his accomplishment. The number of books which he had published and written about the cosmology and space, that is innumerable. Now coming to the glossary, children. I have taken the glossary. All the glossaries are given in your textbook, but here I've tried to highlight the glossary, certain terms used in science. The first one which I have is the 11 dimensions. So what is this 11 dimensions in short? A research that combines neural science with mathematics and reveals that brain creates 11 dimensions neural design to process information. Then coming back to cosmology, what is cosmology? Cosmology is the science of the origin and the development of the universe. Now the next term which is taken from science and related to your textbook is speech synthesizer. Children, have you heard of speech synthesizer? It is again based, it is a computer-based application where the human sound can be artificially stimulated. What do you mean by stimulated, children? It can be transformed or it can be used. Where with this application or with this software, your voice can be transferred. Your feelings can be transferred into voice. Then the next word from science which is used here, it is quantum physics. So children, what is this quantum physics? It is the physics which is related to very fine, tiny particles that are building blocks of our universe. So quantum physics talks about those small particles which is making the universe. So the universe is made with very minute particles, and because of that he wrote the Big Bang theory came around. So this is all because of those tiny particles which made the huge universe. But talking about Stephen Hawking's, children, he had some physical disorder which was there, but he tried to avoid it in the beginning. But at the young age of 21, he was detected with ALS, that is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It is a strange disease which happens to very countable people in the universe. And he was diagnosed with it. So the small movie clip which I will be showing you depicts about that disease and how it was taking over his full body. Finally, only his brain would be working and he would be totally locked to the chair, wheelchair. So just have a quick look into the movie which I have for you. Just a little bit part of the movie. See how he's writing, he's holding the chalk, children. And you see he's not able to hold the chalk properly. His hands hands were shaking. He has understood, remember, he's a scholar, so he understood that his body is giving up, not able to walk. So you see how he's walking. That's the fall.
Okay. All right. Very good. Push it as hard as you can. Push it. Push it. As hard as you can.
I am pushing as hard as I can. Wait. Hey, come on. 1, 2. Why won't it?
All right. All right. Fourth finger. Fourth peg. It's a progressive neurological disorder that destroys the cells in the brain that control the central muscle activity, such as speaking, walking, breathing, swallowing. The signals that muscles must receive in order to move are disrupted. The result is gradual muscle decay, wasting away. Eventually, the ability to control voluntary movement is lost entirely. I'm afraid average life expectancy is 2 years. There's nothing I can do for you.
What about the brain?
The brain isn't affected. Your thoughts won't change. It's just
So children, did you understand the movie part which I showed you? This is about his disease which he was detected at a very young age, and only one thing which he liked about it is that his brain would be working. The doctor said his brain would not be affected with this disease, wherein all the stiffenings of the cells comes. Every cell of the body slowly gets stiffened up, and as a result you're not able to move the muscle, any part of the body. Brain down is completely stiffened up, and you are not able to do anything on those. So whatever is done to your rest of the body, you will not feel the pain anymore. But he was, at least to some extent, he understood that his brain would be working. Then coming back to the next part, this fear of the death loomed over him, but his greatest fear was that he might not even live long enough to complete his PhD. And this was because of that. This pushed him to pour himself into his work. Due to the disease, he was confined to a wheelchair and needed assistance with his daily chores, even the daily activities. He lost his voice as well as the control over his body. So he was now confined to this wheelchair, which was programmed by a computer programmer from California. Now, these are some of the books which he had written with the help of Lucy another writer who helped him, and Leonardo. You can see the number of books written and co-written by Stephen Hawking. More than 15 books. Core, Big Bang, Stephen Hawking, The Black Holes, Briefer History of Time, about cosmology. So these are some of the books which the person who was brain down, paralytic, and totally not able to work, not able to feel, had written such wonderful books. Excuse me. So now you can see him in the year 1985 with almost all his body control gone. Hawking had lost control of his speech. Now, completely speech was gone. Remember, he died in the year 2018, and 1985 he lost his speech control. So you can imagine how much he struggled to speak. He wanted to say so many things, but he was not able to speak. But still, he didn't give up. He had the difficulties in his career due to health, which kept fluctuating. And this, his never say die spirit, keeps his mind and body in sync to untangle the mysteries of nature. And hence, he was able to open up all the mysteries of nature and give it to us with the help of his books. So I hope, children, you have understood the chapter. The chapter is totally about Stephen Hawking, his life, his achievements, and how did he struggle and make it a successful life. Not like us who goes on always cribbing about what we did not get. But Stephen Hawking is a real example of a person, though he has himself accepted that if he would not be diagnosed with such a rare disease, probably he would be bored with his college studies, his books. Probably he would lead a normal life like anybody else. But since the disease came to him, he thought he should make the best of his life. And as a result, we know Stephen Hawking as a person who is the most influential person, a role model for many of us. Thank you.